This is my 2018 BMW 430i and probably the most annoying car that I own. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a lot of fun to drive. This is a convertible, so we'll throw the kids in the back, we'll go cruise down the beach and have a lot of fun riding around in this one. But the trouble codes drive me absolutely crazy. So in today's video, I'm gonna do my best to get rid of all the trouble codes on this car. That's probably not gonna happen. My name's Josh. This is Yeah Buddy Garage. Let's see if we can fix this car. Nope, not gonna happen. Why don't we start inside, shall we? So this is a nice custom feature that all BMWs eventually get. That's gross. Contrary to popular belief, you can actually work on your own BMW. I've changed the oil in this car. I've done the brakes in this car. I've changed the battery in this car. Anytime you do a battery, you have to program the computer to let it know that it has a new battery in the car, and you can't do that without a scan tool. I don't have one, but my neighbor bought this handy OBD2 port Blue Driver scan tool. Now, he got this on Amazon for I think like $100. This is the only car I have that you would need something like that, and I didn't feel like spending $100 to have something that he already has that he's not using, so thanks, Rod. I appreciate it. 39 codes. All right, so we're just gonna confirm our mileage. All right, so this one I did already order a wheel speed sensor. I have that inside, so we're gonna put a new wheel speed sensor in, so hopefully that takes care of that. Again, here's the wheel speed sensor. Wheel speed sensor. So the engine code could be the wheel speed sensor as well. We're gonna change the oil, put in a new wheel speed sensor, top her off with coolant. Y'all ready for this one? So this is my turn signal. We're gonna take a right turn. Oh, rear turn signal malfunction. Replace the rear taillights and, oh yeah, disassemble the seatbelt assembly to see if we can't find an issue with that. There is a recall for that, but for some reason this car doesn't qualify for that, So the really nice thing that BMW does when you buy one of their cars, they have these really nice LED rear turn signals. They don't only give you one for each side, you get two for each side. So we got the outside one and the inside one. But whenever the signal light goes out, you can't just replace a light bulb. Oh, no. You gotta buy a whole new tail light assembly. And if you wanna buy just one of these pieces from BMW, you're gonna be paying big bucks. So, you know me, I went on Amazon and I got the cheapest lights that I possibly could. Ended up going with the Vland tail lights for the M4 4 Series. Now, I'm not saying I'm never gonna buy another BMW, but I am saying that this bow tie behind me, this Duramax, it's 13 years older and has twice the mileage and have never had an issue with it. Little access panel right here. Grab your flathead. Just move these clips. It's really handy that the tools were already in the trunk. It's like somebody was doing this on purpose or something. Oh, they're the wrong ones. Let's put your 10mm bolts back in there. Snap on the original cover. And that part is done. Now we got to do that part. Looks like we just got some body clips right here. There it goes. All right, carefully remove this. Oops. Yeah, we just slide our harness through here. There it is. What if we lock it? Oh, did you see that? That was nifty. Well, golly. Well, this came out looking pretty dang good. Oh man, I had to take a break there. Grab some sunglasses. It's just so bright outside today. I don't mean to complain about our weather down here in Florida. It's like mid-January, but man, sometimes you just gotta take a sun break, you know? So this is like the junction block for the wheel speed sensor. I mean, that looks okay. Yep. Yeah, so there it is. That booger right there. Low speed sensor out. I mean, it looks all right to me. Slide in the new one here. Got our line run connections in. I'm gonna reassemble all this. Like, why is there 4 different types of fasteners that hold on the wheel arch felt? Why is there even wheel arch felt? It improves the quality of the ride. Okay, time to open this sucker up and see what's going on. So this is where the seatbelt assembly is, and this is an airbag. So we got to be real careful with that. I might end up disconnecting the battery. I don't want that going off in my face. Oh, shoot. Well, that was way easier than I thought. What in the world? Okay, do you slide that out of the way? Oh, you do. Yeah, just like that. Look at that. Huh. There's a bunch of sensors in here. Bro, that seatbelt goes all the way down under the seat. There goes another clip. And another one. Well, I've never seen something like this in my life. Like, I'm almost afraid to touch any of it. Yeah, dude, that seatbelt goes all the way under the seat. All right, let's just take this seat out. Why are there so many electronics in here? Okay, the seatbelt, this is the front of the seat. It's all the way up here. It makes total sense. All right, let's take a peek at these items and I don't know, maybe we'll find something. Before I do any of this, definitely don't advise you do this at home, ever. Especially when it comes to the safety devices of your vehicle. It's incredibly stupid to work on this stuff. But you know what? Sometimes I'm an incredibly stupid person. Couldn't really find anything going on in here. Didn't really expect to, not a surprise. But I did put some electrical goop on the connection, so I mean, I guess we'll just put it back in the car and see. I also topped off the coolant, disconnector battery, disconnected all the major power connections, and just trying to get this car to reset. So we'll put the seat back in, plug everything back up, reconnect the battery, and see what kind of codes we got.
Are you putting in new seats?
I'm trying to fix the seat belts. You know what I'm saying? Battery is reconnected. Let's see what happens here. Oh, passenger restraint system. Still there. All right, still got a check engine light. I bet you that's the oil. See if our wheel speed sensor kicks in. Dang it! Watch out, bow tie. Restraint system. So that one's new. Passenger restraint system. Chassis stabilization. Drivetrain. Set time and date, engine oil. Well, let's run our codes again. Wheel speed sensor. So we're still having a wheel speed sensor issue, but I just replaced it. Well, I just took the car around the block, and it looks like we cleared the seatbelt issues, and we're down to the chassis stabilization and ABS. Also, the e-brake light just started popping up, but the e-brake's down. Holy crap. Dude, look at my dash right now. Watch out, bow tie. Nothing. So we gotta set the time and date and change the engine oil. We'll take this around the block again. Watch out, buddy. Bowtie is like, he's one of those dogs that like stands under your feet when you're walking around the house. Same thing with cars, you gotta be real careful. Anyway, my buddy Lewis pulled up and was chatting with me for a little bit. So I just let the car sit and run for a little while. And I was thinking that maybe the hub assembly was going bad, so the new sensor wasn't picking it up. Anyway, I cleared the codes again and went through that whole procedure, let the car run, took it around the block, and I think it's fixed. So that tells me that $30 part. Watch out, Bowtie. Look at this guy. Watch out, bud. That means move. Yeah, there you go. That means that $30 part was causing the chassis stabilization issues, ABS, throwing engine codes, and just like so frustrating, incredibly frustrating. As for the seatbelt, that one might pop back up later because that happened the last time I cleared the codes when I put in a new battery. Makes me feel pretty good. Let's change this oil. I got my trusty jack stand right here. BMWs are nifty. So you got all this diaperage under here. And to access your oil drain, you got to undo that flap. It's kind of like when you have those old school pajamas with the buttons and the flap in the back. It's kind of the situation this is right here. This is gonna be hot oil too. Already burning my fingers. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's making a mess. That little flap. Come on, what in the... Look at the trajectory. There we go. Did you see that? I don't know if y'all saw any of that. I just made a big mess. Dang it. You come over here and you pop off this cover and your oil filter's right here. So we'll go ahead and take this off. Hi. Excuse me, this is a studio here. We're filming.
Oh. I'm the bag lady.
A 27 millimeter on a swivel socket and an extension to be able to make this happen. Now, not all of BMW's designs are funny and over the top. I happen to like the location of this oil filter. Pretty handy. Now, we do have a, I don't know, what do you call that thing you got to be aware of that goes on the bottom. So this goes in first, and then you have to replace the O-ring on the cap, and the kit comes with a crush washer as well for the drain plug. There it goes. Now, O-ring is right here. Let's get a little pick. And we gotta oil up this O-ring. And we snug her up a little bit there. Just a little bit. Moment of truth here. Reset the oil, set the time. Dang it! Chassis stabilization. Let's just drive this thing and see if we can't work it out. All right, I just drove a couple miles, pulled over on a random road. See, then I shut the car off. I was thinking maybe if it clocks some rotations on the wheel, we could get a different result. No. Dude, I just put a couple more miles on the car and the codes just went away. I'm thinking this is like a false positive. Like, I'm feeling like we still got codes. It's a BMW, man. There's no way it was just the wheel speed sensor and a couple of little things that were giving me all these issues. Let's turn her off. No way. No way. No way, dude. No way. I've been putting off working on this car for 3 months. Like, it literally drives me crazy to the point where I'm like, I'm not even gonna drive it. Just park it, whatever. We're gonna sell this thing eventually. But that makes me feel pretty dang good that I was able to get all the codes cleared on this BMW. Freaking BMW, man. We had a great 8 miles of code-free driving. As soon as we got in the car, started getting the same chassis stabilization code, ran the code reader again, and now it's telling me the front left wheel speed sensor is inaccurate. So next step, I'm replacing all the wheel speed sensors. So I'm gonna order all of those right now, throw them in the car, and see if that fixes our chassis stabilization and ABS issues. We just had to buy a BMW. Just had to do it. Going through a midlife freaking crisis. Trying to be cool. Shit about a square body. Yeah, likewise. I'll see y'all. Take care. Got a new neighbor, he's a car guy. Listen, I'm not gonna make you guys and gals watch me change out these wheel speed sensors. It's gonna be the same. You got a little sensor that screws into about where the hub's at, take it out, put the new one in, you're good. The only difference is I'm gonna add a little bit of dielectric grease. Hopefully that's gonna help with the signal to the ECU. What is that thing? And with the magic of video editing, we have all new wheel speed sensors. Probably not gonna fix our issue. Now we're down to drivetrain and brake system. Oh my goodness. Let's take her on a drive. Dude, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, so e-brake's back on, right? Got our e-brake warning on, but e-brake is down. Obviously, our tire pressure monitoring system has an issue now, and we still have the check engine light, restraint system, ABS, traction control. Well, at least we don't have a right turn signal code anymore. Well, we don't have the chassis stabilization code anymore displaying on the dash. Now we're just down to the TPMS system, the e-brake, traction control, ABS, check engine light, and the restraint, the driver and passenger restraints. Not the passenger restraint like it was, but just the restraint system. Perfect, perfect. So, just realized I'm driving. The speedometer's not even working. Like, okay. You know, if I didn't have a BMW, I might get too bored working on these old cars. This just keeps it interesting. Disconnecting the battery, gonna see if that makes a difference. Heck, I might even leave it disconnected overnight. Okie dokie. Oh, give me some good news. Just keep them coming. Well, I didn't do jack. Didn't do diddly. I gotta figure out a different approach here. If you guys know me, you know I'm all about transparency. You know I'm all about documenting the experience, no matter how much of an idiot I look like. I'm used to it. I've been a dummy my whole life, and I'm not gonna change it now. There are two different wheel speed sensors you can get to this car. You can get one with adaptive cruise control, which I don't have, and that's the wheel speed sensors that I did get. But when you buy cheap parts off of a website like Amazon, that I shop at way too much, they don't tell you exactly what those parts are for. They'll just say, oh yeah, that fits a 2018 BMW 430i. Who needs to know about what kind of cruise control it has, or that there's multiple parts that you can buy for that vehicle? So I went to rockauto.com and got the right wheel speed sensors. Now this is the wheel speed sensors without adaptive cruise control. So I'm gonna throw these in and see if that fixes all of the new codes that we're having in the car. All right, new wheel speed sensors are on. Okay, we're having a hard time focusing, but just got a check engine light, the tire pressure monitoring system, the brake warning, the traction control, the ABS, the restraint. Actually, see if I put my seatbelt on, I bet you that'll go away. What in the world? I mean, I'm gonna take that. All right, let's see if we get a, oh yeah, we got our power steering back, that's nice. We got our speed back. That is very handy. All right, now we're gonna go run the codes to see what that check engine light is. So our codes that are still popping up are still vehicle speed. There is this one right here, idle speed control valve. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but let's go ahead and clear codes. Vehicle will be switched off and then back on again. Whoa. She gone. Yeah, buddy. I guess clearing those codes worked. All right, let's take her around the block again. Well, dadgum, I put about 4 miles on this car, trouble-free. Makes me want to just put the top down and enjoy this weather a little bit. It's a seaplane. It's a good day for a cruise. Took me a couple of weeks to get this one done. I think I said earlier in the video that I was shooting the video around mid-January, and just ordering parts and waiting for stuff to come in and just having the patience to work on this car. Took a little bit of time, still drivable, drove just fine, other than a couple of little issues, and the dinging just drove me crazy. But now, no dinging, no codes. Oh man, got some stuff that's gonna fly out of here. Pulling into the driveway with no codes, dude. Great success. Well, that makes me feel pretty dang good about myself. Got a win on the old BMW. Put me to the test, but still came out on top. Just don't know how long it's gonna last. Maybe I'll drive this thing a little more. Nope, I'm gonna sell it. Sick of messing with it. I'd rather drive an old car or truck any day than drive this thing around. I've had it for 2 years. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it, but now it's time to move on because it just doesn't fit what we need anymore in our family. And no better time to sell it than when it's not throwing any codes. Anyway, guys and gals, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you enjoyed watching me struggle, why don't you watch this video down here? Or hey, maybe watch this one right here. Or even, maybe hit that button in the middle and subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. But anyway, as always, I appreciate you hanging around, and I'll see you in the next video.